Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I'm glad you're here. Whether you are a returning viewer, bless you, love you, and that is meant so sincerely, because without y'all returning to me, I wouldn't have a reason to make these. And if you're new, well, grab something to drink, grab you a project. Everybody who's been viewing me, they know all this, but you know, just hang out with me for a while. Today, I have a lot to go through, and it's like I've warned y'all, it's going to be like this until we close. Because most of this is an investment in my work for the channel, for the website, you know. But give me 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry. My eyes are irritating the mess out of me. I told my daughter-in-law that it might be I had changed eyeliners, and I don't wear a whole lot of makeup. The only thing I wear is eyeliner and mascara. But otherwise, you see this hair, this face, you know, you probably can't even see my eyebrows, honestly, because they're so blonde. I do have pigment, but my hair, I mean, every hair I have on my body is blonde, and you can't hardly see it unless I use mascara. I have been told in the past to use brow pencils, but I don't have time for all that. So, let's start. Okay, sorry. Post-filming me. So, I took some film of when I first went to work Wednesday, and I'm going to play that here. I'm so sorry that I forgot to mention it. It's been crazy. That's all I can say. So this kind of gives you an idea of, and that's not all the yarn that my coworker ended up putting out. This was just what had been put out so far. It was probably double that after he got finished for the day. So enjoy. So this is what I walked into this morning. Apparently we have such an overstock of big twist that they had to put it at the very front. Okay, just to kind of give you an idea, as I walk in, sorry there if you hear that laughter, they're just gearing up for the day. But I mean, look at all this. I'm going to try to be slow so I don't give anybody motion sickness. And if y'all remember, let me back up a little bit on this one. All of these were empty the last time. This is their one last ditch effort. Okay, I think there's one more aisle. Yeah, we got some yarn bags of all things. Alright. Alright, so in continuation, I figured I'd give you a view of the back wall. And all of this loveliness. And I'm trying to walk straight. My walking is not good, so I do apologize for the variation in the way I'm walking. But rather than try to blur through it, yeah, that's a whole lot of yarn. Alright, I'm going to start with my fabric first, and then we'll get into all the other loveliness. Now, all of this was at my store. I have a lot of mixed feelings about all this situation because 1 minute we're not allowed to have holds, 1 minute we are allowed to have holds, but now we can't allow have holds anymore. So I love my manager. I keep telling myself that. But for some reason she keeps changing her mind on hold situations. So I got some more flannel. Okay, so before I show you this, I'm gonna just add real quick. Your local JOANN's is struggling just as much to understand what's going on as you are, because they told us that we had a last truck back in March. At the end of March, beginning of April, said, you know, they cleared out our warehouse. That was our last truck, blah, blah, blah. And then some JOANN's were still receiving trucks, but we weren't. Now, all of a sudden, since they closed these other JOANN's, they found more warehouses. So what me and a couple co-workers were talking about is, we don't know anything for sure, but we assumed that they had put it all into one in Ohio and sent it to us. Well, we were told that we wasn't getting any more trucks. And then we got this. Now they're saying we won't get any more trucks. But the West Columbia store, who I did visit, but that's going to have to wait for another day because I got way too much to show you from my store. But anyway, long story short, is West Columbia is getting more trucks already. They got 3. They got one on a Friday, then on the next Monday, so 3 days later, and then now they were getting some yesterday, which was Friday. So who knows? And this store is a quarter size of ours. I'm not complaining. The faster, the less they send us, the faster we can get our store closed down. And I'm ready for it. I'm so done with this. I will miss my store. I will miss my job. But, yeah, I'm done. Anyway, so I have some pretty fabrics to show you. Now, every single one of these are new to us. Except for one I think we got on the last truck, but this was just the tail end of a remnant. So apparently we've had it, or we got it on the last truck and it was really popular, or I don't know. But anyway, all of these are new, and I got, let's see, 4 yards in each one, I believe, except for that one that I got the tail end on. But I just thought these were just too pretty. Nice, springy type flowers. I thought that was so nice. Now, I don't know if y'all can see. I don't know if this is in the camera or not on my lap. But look. Blue flowers, purple flowers. You know I'm in for that, right? But I like that. And so, yes, they are lighter based, but I still think they would make great paper towels. Ugh. Sorry about that. I thought I had everything cleaned off my my table right there. This one, I thought I had. So I almost didn't buy it, but then I was racking my brain to see if I had it. And, you know, I still haven't looked. I can't see it on the rack, but I still haven't looked. But I still like it. It's the bees and the little daisies on mint green. I think I might have a version of this, but it might be on a light blue. Now they did, we got a few more other colors, but as y'all will see today, I already had a lot in my hold. This I got separate. No, yeah, it was all together. Sorry. the other day when I bought all this was a rough day for me at work, so my brain's kind of fried with that. But this is the one I was telling you about. I know it looks like a lot because this is the 108 inch, but this is only a yard and 0.222, so maybe a yard, just under a yard and a quarter. But I thought it was pretty. And I have a black version of this, if y'all remember that I showed y'all. It was white. It was black, gray, and white of the flowers. But I thought that was pretty too. Alright. Oops. Yeah, so it was 1 yard, because it says leaves blue. 1.222 yards. Yeah. And these are only at 50% off right now. But I didn't have a choice because the boss said we couldn't hold anything more because it would be... Okay. Bear with me with this because I'm so conflicted. She said it would be her job if they found out that she was letting us hold. Okay, our job ends at the end of May. And she's already got a job that she's working now along with this job. So what does it matter? I don't know. I mean, and I'm not even gonna, no. So this one right here, I thought I had my papers in here, and I saw just that one paper there, but I guess I didn't put it in. But I thought this was gorgeous. This beautiful white and black butterflies. And this my daughter-in-law saw and said she liked. But this is like, it's vines and flowers, and it looks to me like it's orange. But the ticket says red, and I swear, I thought I put my little tickets in here. My little slips of paper that I normally do. I saw it in the blue leaves, but I don't see it in this. But this says red. To me, this reads orange. And I'm saying this because this is red. My mouse is red. I'm trying to think of something orange I may have. I have a scrap piece of orange right here, but this is like Halloween type orange. So maybe a reddish orange? I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, now all my stuff's falling out. But like I said, I have like 4 yards of each of those. I'm gonna put the bag down for now. Now, that's it as far as fabric that I got from my store. Now, y'all seen me hold up this tote. I even asked my boss, I was like, do you mind, instead of me getting bags for all my stuff, she put my cloth in bags, but, cause see, since Great American took over, we cannot go to another cash register or cashier and them check us out. Our manager has to do it. Or any manager on duty, MOD. So I was like, my personal store manager checked me out. And I was like, look, I have got so much stuff. Do you mind if I grab a couple totes from the back? You know, from our storeroom that we put out stock and stuff. I was like, do you mind if I just take a couple of those and I'll bring it back Monday? She's like, I don't care if you bring it back. No, I'm taking these totes back. I'm taking them back. I'm not getting accused of stealing. No. And I feel that way very strongly. Alright, so I have 2 of these. I had 3, but I consolidated them all down when I put everything neatly in the tote, I was able to consolidate it down. Oh, I have something I bought for me and my grandson. I'll show y'all that in the next video. Sorry. That's why I was able to consolidate it down. But I'll show you. I promise I'll show you. Alright. So this bucket right here is non-cotton. It's all acrylic, right? I bought this. Now these are... Hold on. Yeah. You see this? This crazy long... Yes. Alright. So the big twist was $2.24 a piece. That was, you know, walk-in price. And of course I got mine a little cheaper because of my discount. I was trying to see on the okay. So the Softy Baby wasn't as cheap, but it was close enough. It's like $3 and something. It's 50% off. It's $6.49, so it's $3.25 a piece. But I fell in love with these baby colors, and I left them in the bags. But I thought these were very, very pretty. Now, some of these we had only a few things of, and some of these we had huge boxes with hundreds of them. That's just the way this is working in almost every one of these JOANNs. So I'm wondering if, you know, I don't know. I'm not even going to wonder anything. But I got 6 of these. Because these are such, and they're called Baby Baby. That's the color name. But they're only like a little over 4-ounce balls. And it says 310 yards. And I think these classify as a 4. No, these classify as 3. Sport weight, baby weight. Okay. Cool beans. Cool beans. Alright, I'm going to have to figure out something because I figured out how to sit it over here. And this is just going to sit here for a moment. Alright. So what I might do is I might put all this behind me or beside me. And then just empty the other tote into this tote when I'm done. Alright. Big twist. Value. Medium gray. Because, yeah. I don't know why I had that. But white, black, and gray you can never have too much of, right? So I stapled this to the bag, but somehow... Because we had to put our name on it, and we had to have a manager sign off on it and date it. So, safety yellow. And since we had gotten so much more in, I grabbed a couple extra on my way to the cash register. So I got a total of... Oop! It's raining yarn. Hey, Russ. If you're watching this, it's definitely raining yarn around here. But anyway, I thought, okay, I don't know what I'm going to do with all this safety yellow. But I will find something to do with it. I think it's beautiful. And I have that neon pink twinkle. So I definitely think there's something I could do with it. We'll just put it right here for now. Alright. Now. Oh, okay. So I'm not that far from the bottom. 2 skeins of, I have no clue what color. Green gecko. But look how pretty that looks with that. And then, now we have a ton of this, like I said, boxes and boxes and boxes. So there's probably more at the store that I might end up getting next week when I go back to work. But this is cotton candy. Now, when you look at these colors together, you wouldn't think that it would go all together, but it does. I mean, look at that. I could do something with this, right? I'm sure I could. Now, will it stay stacked? No, it's not going to stay stacked, but that's okay. Okay. There's a lot in this thing. There's a lot. Yeah, okay. So, you know how I got these in the bags? Well, the rest is Lily Sugar and Cream. Now, usually Lily Sugar and Cream comes in little bags of 6, right? So, we didn't get a whole lot of Lily Sugar and Cream like we did Big Twist. But I use a lot of Lily Sugar and Cream. And I showed y'all the creamsicle and the salt and pepper that I bought from my store. Well, I bought more. Because they sent more. Now, some of these are colors. Most of these are colors that we haven't had. And it kills me that all of these were in our warehouses. But why not ship to our store? I mean, they would have moved. Some colors didn't move hardly at all at our store. Why didn't they replace those with colors that would move? Drives me batty. And then I got some, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm going to leave West Columbia. I'm not going to touch that. All right. So, we have carried this before, and this is the scrub off. It's cotton. It's got bands of regular cotton yarn and then bands of scrubby yarn. Let's see if I can. Now this one right here is called Deep Turquoise. But my daughter-in-law had bought one. I believe she said she had bought a... She had seen a blue one, but she didn't get it at our store. But she did get like the black and white version. So I saw these and I immediately thought of her. So I grabbed one and I was like, oh, and it has that little dark turquoise or like a my words are failing me today, y'all. I'm so sorry. Anyway, that deep color in there. I hope you can see it. Well, I bought 3 more because I don't know that I like these. Now, I have the yarn that is just the scrubby part that I have, and I've knitted up into scrubbing pads for myself. Because I tried the tulle and the fish, not fishnet, but the tulle, scrubbers, and I wasn't crazy about those. So I started getting the scrubby yarn and just did that. And I think it was called Scrubology from Hobby Lobby, and Red Heart has a scrubby yarn. I think there's another brand that makes it too. Can't remember right now, but anyway, I do love those. She likes these with the cotton aspect. So I got these just as possibly to put in my stash for her later if hers, wears out or whatnot. I don't quite know what I'm gonna do with those yet. With the 3 extra that I bought. All right, but all right, I do believe I have this. I didn't get it from my store, but I think I ordered it online from JOANN. But the color, no, I think I did get some of this at our store, but it's been, I think it was before I even started working there. But hot pink. Because I believe one of my, I believe, in fact, the bag that I sold to Brandy, speak up if you see this video, sweetheart. Did the spring fling bag, was one of them this color? I think it was. But I do so love this hot pink. And it's not as hot pink as you would think. I mean, it is definitely a bright pink. But it's not as hot pink as you would think when you hear the term hot pink. So, I do love that color though. I'm going to say it. Alright, now I'm trying to stick them all on my fingers, y'all. So I have 6 more. And this is Coral Rose. This one goes really, really well with Coral Seas Ombre. And I like to do my market bags with this color and the Coral Seas Ombre. And then my little spring fling bags. And I'm looking at it now, and I see I have a Coral Seas Ombre in the cone. Up there from top. Oops. But I mean, come on. I'll tell you something. These were $2.25. Alright. And for everybody, you know, this was before my discount. This was $2.25. So I would have grabbed it up at that. But I got it for $1.57. I don't care if I got some on the cone. I'm getting this. Alright? Okay. Now, my perfect little organization down here is not working that well in this tote. But it doesn't matter, because these are not staying in these totes. Like I said, I'm taking these totes back to work Monday. That's what I said. And I only have 2 of these. It's the only 2 left. So someone really liked this color. But this is tangerine. Now this and the coral will go with the Coral Sea Ombre. But I think I have another color over there that this will match with. You know what? This might go with creamsicle too. Because I'm looking, I'm see. I don't know if I can reach it, but let me see if I can reach my bag. Ah! All right. Well, I found my market bag, so I grabbed my market bag. Yeah. It's a little different shade. So I don't know. I would have to crochet them up side by side together, or, you know, in a project together. But y'all, look at this. This thing is humongous. This is the big one. Oops. And this right here, this market bag, this will hold 28 of these. 28. I tried it so that I would know exactly how much they would hold. But that would also go with that Coral Seas, the Coral Rose that I just showed y'all. That would go with that too, probably. Alright. Now, I've never had this color, and it's called Blueberry. But I have a lot of blue colors. Y'all know me. I have, this actually I think would go with Sunkissed too. Sunkissed and, sorry. I had to get that hair out of my face. Dazzle. Dazzle goes really good with Sunkissed. It goes with Hippie. I don't know if this would go with Hippie or not, but I'm going to check it. And then Moon Dance. Now, I think Blueberry would go with Moon Dance, too. And I'm looking at all my colors. And I have a JOANN Big Twist Favorites in cotton up there. that this might go with too. I never even got to use that before they said we were going bankrupt, which makes me mad because you know I like to try new things. But about that time, before we declared bankruptcy, I had started my love of making project bags. So I had not gotten to that particular color. Actually, hold on. I didn't want to stand up in front of the camera and get in y'all's way, but look. I thought this was really pretty. It was Favorite Cotton, and this one was called Magical Mermaids. Now, this isn't the one that I said would go with that because there's no blueberry color in this. But I just thought that was just such a pretty color, and I have hair all in my face. But I just thought it was really, really pretty. And I've not gotten to use it yet. And they say, now this thing is huge. This thing is 158 yards, 3.5 ounces. You only need one ball for a dishcloth. I'm not making a dishcloth this big. But to be fair now, I don't, my wash rags are about the size of my palm because anything else is cumbersome and I don't need all the extra wash rag or dish rag. I mean, my dish rags are about like this long and about that wide. Perfect for the palm of my hand. Alright, now this right here is a staple color because you always need it, right? I got 6 black. Now I do have some in the cones of this. I try to keep at least one extra cone of this of Ahoy Ombre and Chocolate Ombre, and there's one more. I always keep a red. I like to keep some solids. I like to keep the red. I like to keep the, I think it's called Sage Mist and yellow. Alright. Speaking of yellow. Now, I didn't get him before he got those put out on the shelf, so they wasn't in bags. But I told him when he started unloading them, I seen this and this the next color I seen in the box. So I told him, I said, look, you know, we were about to open, and I said, I have to go get on the register. Can you please pull out the yellow and the, I'm wanting to say light orchid, but I don't know. Anyway, I told him which ones to grab out for me. So, it's just a plain yellow. Nothing like super fancy or anything. It's just plain yellow. But it's one of those colors that I use a lot of. Now, I use it to augment that creamsicle. And what other thing have I done with that? I like using it with the Daisy Ombre because the Daisy Ombre is white and the yellow. That was my mom's favorite. But anyway, yes, it was this. They called this Orchid. So I saw this one. Now this, if I'm remembering right, this will go good as a supplemental color with the Purple Haze Ombre. And I'm looking at it from here, and it looks like about the same color. I've not used, this is new. We've never had this in our store. So it was never on my radar because when I seen it on the website, I didn't like the color. It wasn't this pretty of a purple. The screen just altered it so bad to where I was like, no, I don't want that. But sure enough, when I saw it in person, I loved the purple, and I think it's going to be a perfect match for Purple Haze. And y'all know on my website, I have always done, like the first 1 or 2 market bags I did way back in the day were same colored handle like this, like I did on this, right? But I want to say probably maybe a year ago. No, it was earlier than that. I started the channel in February or March, and it might have been April or May, that I decided I wanted to do solid colors to accent the main color. Or I used a solid color for the bag. I asked y'all about this on those videos, like a solid color for the bag, and then the variegated on the handle, or vice versa, you know. All right, now this one is not, I've seen other creators use this color, and I like it, like Kelsey from Passionate Goods, or Passionate Kelsey. I've seen her use this color, and I like it, but we never had it. And I never got to saw a good representation of the color, so I never bought it. But this is called Pebble Beach Ombre. And I think this got some really, really good colors on it. It does have like a light tan, like the sand. And then 2 different colors of like the oceany blue, like the turquoise. And then the deeper, the same color as this one that I couldn't think of. I can't think of the name anyway. But you can see there's some similarities in that. I keep saying seal in my brain, and that's not the right word. Because it is not a seal. It is not a mammal. But it's like a deep, it's like a teal, but dark. You know what I mean? I told y'all I was struggling. Alright. This one. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Again, another color we have never had. And this is kelp. But I think, look at that. I mean, I'm not even a green person, y'all. But look at how pretty that is. I can see market bags in this and in the Pebble Beach. Beach Pebble? What was that? Pebble Beach. But Beach Pebble would work too, right? But I mean, now these wouldn't go together. But could you imagine how beautiful this is going to work up? So what I'll probably end up doing is a bag and a hand towel. Maybe. Maybe. Alright. Now, I think I have... No, I don't. I've used Rainforest before. But this looks a lot more green than my Rainforest does. Actually, I'm looking at it in my Spring Fling bag that I use right now. It does, it actually is a little bit more green in this lot. But you know, Lily Sugar and Cream is famous for that. Their colors are not as consistent as you would want them to. But I don't have any more, so I'm glad I got these. Now, Rainforest, it will go well with Emerald Ombre, Aloha Ombre, and there's another ombre that I have used it before. Sorry, this window is like killing my eyesight here. Ooh. I wonder if it would go with kelp. I don't think so. I think it's too vibrant of a green. Now, one of my other Rainforest that wasn't this green, it might have. But I don't have any more of that lot. Pooh. But I will stay on the hunt for some Rainforest just in case there's another lot of that. Alright. One more. Wait. I have another Pebble Beach. Okay. So apparently I have 12 balls of Pebble Beach. Oh my gosh. Lynn done went crazy. Alright. Actually, I'm doing really, really good. So it feels like I have flown through this. And I kind of have. Oh my Jesus. What in the heck? Sorry about that. Apparently when I grabbed my thing off, it started playing something. Okay. So, I have gone through all of that. Now, while I sit here and talk to you, I'm going to reload this thing. Yeah, see? I had to have my name and everything. And I did that on 4/28. So, that was on a Monday. And then by Wednesday, she's saying we have to have all our holds out. It's like, okay, whatever, you know. So, I got to hold things for 2 days. Yeah. Fun, huh? But anyway, so, if y'all have any ideas on a blanket for these neons, because I'm thinking it would probably have to be a blanket, only because, well, hold on. Now, I've not put any of my cardigans on my website because, I mean, it was starting to turn into spring and, you know, and I keep thinking that, oh, it's spring. Nobody's going to want to buy anything for summer. Or, I mean, for winter. But not everybody has spring like we do here in the South. So I easily could have done that. But it is what it is. Now, I could make a hexy cardigan with that. But do you think anybody would buy it and wear it? That's the question. Now, I know most of y'all are makers too, so you wouldn't buy a lot of the crocheted knit stuff. A couple times y'all have, you know, and I thank you because, you know, my love of sewing is it is not as big as my love of knitting and crocheting. So I have a lot more yarn than I have fabric. I know that is so crazy. Actually, no, I think my fabric might be taking the lead right now because of all of the flannel. So, I wanted to show y'all this. I thought this was so blessed cute. I don't know if you can see it all the way to the bottom. It's a little kitty cat, a little frazzled kitty cat, and he's like, "I'm fine." No, it says, "It's fine. I'm fine. Everything is fine." Well, I'm going to start wearing this on days where everything is not fine. In fact, I'm probably going to try to wear it to work Monday. I got to wash clothes after I get off here. I got to go wash me some clothes, so I'll slap this in the washer and, yeah, I kid you not. Work is a struggle right now. And it ain't all the customers. So, I'm going to leave it at that. But, if you have made it this far... Oh, wait. No, I'm not done. Whoops. I'm not done. Okay. So, Alright. I'm almost embarrassed. Almost. Not quite. To show you this. But, I will show you this beautiful little basket that I got. It was it's a $4 basket. It's $8 basket, and it was 50% off. Yes, it's an Easter basket. No, I don't need an Easter basket, but I thought it was glorious. Now, I will show you. Actually, you can kind of see the pattern. Look at the pretty little, the flowers. On this truck, we got an influx of thread. Now, I showed you. I didn't show you. And it was in this. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me make sure I'm not talking out my hiney here. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay, well, that's a whole lot of black. That's a whole lot of black. Wait a minute. Where's the polyester? Oh, so red is polyester? Huh? What? Oh. Red is polyester. Alright, color me surprised. Okay. So, I did get, okay. I had already put it up, y'all, and I'm sorry. We got a lot of these in with it. I didn't mean to put it up. Normally, I don't put anything up and put it in its organizational little spot until I show you. But, I'm telling y'all, I came home crying last Wednesday. I'm not even going to lie. It was just not a good day. But, so maybe I put this up and didn't realize it, but I was like, I thought I got some. We have a ton. All right, you know that I bought all of the white up at West Columbia. Well, I bought 12 of the whites, and my serger has it. You know, a serger has 4 spools. So I seen this, and I thought of some of my my paper towels, but mostly I thought of that dress that I did, or that I'm doing. Actually, I finished it. I still have to show y'all, but I haven't even looked at it on myself yet. I tried it on and showed my husband, but I didn't look at it because I want it to be a complete surprise right before I show y'all, so that if I'm excited, you'll see it, or if I'm disappointed, you'll see it. I think I'm going to lean toward the excited part, but anyway, so this would have been perfect for that, and I got this in mind because I have another color that I got from the West Columbia store that may go with this. So I got 4 of these. These are like $2.09, I think. I just seen it on my thing here. Alright, well, they were 50% off of $5, so they were $2.50 normal cost. Still a good deal. But with my discount, it's even better. I can't even get this online. I paid myself with my discount. I paid $1.74 for this. I can't pay that anywhere online. So yes, I got me 4 of those. If we have any more of the white, they didn't send us black, or if they did, some coworkers got it before me. But. And I took a picture of what I have. So I might get some more. And I'm probably definitely going to get some more white. Because it won't take long to go through. You know, if y'all keep ordering all these paper towels. Just say. Okay. So this is another thing. Now I got this. We only had like five spools of this. And they were all different colors. Well, my friend at the cutting counter, Jermaine, she does quilting too. Now, y'all know I'm just now starting. But she bought these, not these 2, but she bought 2 of these, or the other 3. I can't remember what colors she got. But I was like, what do you use these for? And I knew it was a quilting thing, but she's like, I use it to do, if they blend well with the colors in the quilt, I will use that for that. And I said, okay. I have a a jungle theme that I'm planning, a jungle theme quilt that I'm planning for doing this. So I got this one. And then this one is just a beautiful blend of pastels that I have several of my batiks that I will probably use. And I showed y'all, I believe, in like 1 or 2 videos, the turquoise and the pinks and all that. Oh, I have my eye on a batik in West Columbia. I didn't get it because it's still only 50% off. And I'm trying to wait till they go to, like North Columbia did. I'm trying to wait on that. Now, I need to hurry up. Yeah, we're almost probably close to an hour. So, I'm going to show you my basket. Yep. Now, I got 5 different colors. 5 different colors, yes. 5 different colors. I got 15 of these. You never have too much white. I just got finished saying that. And see, some people use their, this for this. But I don't think they're the same weight. I could be wrong. If y'all know, is Sherlock and Toldylock, I thought they were a 40 weight or a 30 weight. I can't remember. And I thought this was 35 weight. So, I don't know. But anyway, I ended up getting 6 of the silver and gray. Yeah, 6 of the red, and then 6 of the cream. So I have 15 of these 2, the white and the black. Okay, not only is it raining yarn, it's raining thread too. So let's see, that's 30 of white and black. And then 1, 2, 3, that's 18. So I have 48 spools of thread right here. But, in my defense, now regularly, I mean, for everybody that goes in and out of the store, I think it was $1.60 for y'all. Yes, it was $1.65 for a spool of thread. Hey, baby. Good morning. You can't reach me, can you? I'm sorry. You want to tell me good morning? You going to tell everybody else good morning? Hold on. I'm going to make room for our girl here. Good morning. Come on. Come on. Hey, good morning, baby. Good morning. So anyway, $1.65. You can't beat that. Coats and Clark at Walmart is $2.50 for the 400 yards. And that's what every one of these are 400 yards. So, even this is a steal for you. Now, so if you need some thread, run over and grab some, because I'm sure they have it. It's $1.15 for me. So, you know, that's why I bought so much. And me and a customer was talking about it, and she's like, yeah, but are you going to get, because I told her, I was like, I plan on getting, you know, I was planning on getting 12 of the white and the black, and I ended up getting more than that. But anyway, I said, no, it's not going to rot with me. I mean, I use thread like other people use water. I go through it like none other. Because if I'm not knitting and crocheting, I'm sitting here and I'm on one of these machines. Whether it's the serger, whether it's the sewing machines, it doesn't matter. And I actually brought back... Did I tell y'all I brought Sassy Sally out? Yeah. I think I did, because I told you that I was, you know, trying to teach my daughter-in-law, because she wants to learn to sew. So, yeah. I do have to oil her, and I think that's what I'm going to do after I get off here. But I might, yeah, I might do that when I get off here, because I really do need to. I was sewing a liner last night with Sassy Sally, and sure enough, quick, 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 and I'm like, whoa, that's way too loud. And I'm sorry if that was so loud. But I think I'm going to count it as done, and I'm going to get off here. But Y'all, like I have explained, if you've made it this far, thank you. If I could give you a personal hug, I would. Because y'all don't know how uplifting your comments are to me. In fact, when I had such a hard day Wednesday, when I got home, and I vented to my husband, bless his little soul, he listened, and there were parts to where I was all over the place. But I went back to Monday's video and to other videos, and I just started reading y'all's comments. And I thought, y'all are my people. Y'all come here and hang out with me and interact with me, and you talk to me in your comments and in your emails, and it means a lot. It really does. Because when people outside of my circle beat me down and make me feel less than, y'all help me to know that there are people outside of my circle that I matter to. So, I appreciate it. Thank you. And with that, just know that you're seen. And I feel the same way. And I tell you that so much, and I hope you understand what y'all mean to me. So, you know what I'm going to say. I live by my words. Like, I had to find some joy Wednesday, and I came to y'all's comments to find that joy, okay? So, do that today. Find something that brings you some bit of joy and hang on to it. And just enjoy what you're doing. Whether it's hanging out with someone, knitting, crocheting, sewing, watching YouTube. It doesn't matter. And it really doesn't. As long as you find some kind of joy and something sparks happiness in you, that's all that matters. So, I hope you find that today. If not, go look for it, grab it, and don't let go. I'm going to get off here. I will see y'all next time. Bye.